Hello everyone! For today's demo, we have the Viscometer from the brand Want. The model is NDJ-8S. Let's check the accessories included with the unit. Included accessories are briefcase, Viscometer machine head, lifting rod with slider, Viscometer base, protective spindle bracket, lifting rod, four spindle rods, power cord, two wrenches, user's manual. Parts of the Viscometer. Here we have the digital display. On the display, you will see rotor, speed, viscosity reading, percentage scale, reading indicator. Below the display are the navigation buttons. OK button, left button, increase button, decrease button, reset button, right button. At the top is the bubble level indicator. This adjustment mechanism is used to raise or lower the machine head. At the back of the unit, you will find power switch, temperature sensor port, RS-232 communication port. Underneath is the spindle holder. How to assemble? First, prepare the Viscometer base. Underneath the base, you will find three adjustable feet used for leveling the instrument. Next, prepare the lifting rod with slider. Remove the nuts from the underside of the lifting rod assembly. Align the lifting rod assembly with the mounting holes on the base. Make sure the slider is facing the front before installation. Once aligned, turn the base over and reinstall the nuts. Use a wrench to tighten them securely. After securing the lifting rod assembly, place the base upright and set it aside. Next, prepare the Viscometer machine head and the lifting rod. Locate the mounting hole at the back of the machine head. Insert the lifting rod and tighten it securely using a wrench. Once completed, bring back the assembled base. Loosen the locking lever on the slider assembly. Carefully insert the machine head assembly into the slider. Position it approximately at the center of the lifting rod. Once properly positioned, tighten the locking lever to secure the machine head. Next, install the protective spindle bracket. Finally, connect the power cord to the unit. Now check the bubble level indicator. Make sure that the bubble is centered. If necessary, adjust the leveling feet until the instrument is properly leveled. The Viscometer is now assembled and ready for use. Before proceeding with the test, let's take a look at the 4 spindle rods included with the unit. Each spindle rod has a corresponding spindle number marked on the upper portion. Here is spindle number 1. You will notice a level indicator located near the center of the spindle. Next is spindle number 2. Spindle number 3. And spindle number 4. The level indicator serves as a guide for proper immersion during testing. How to operate? For this demonstration, we will use a liquid detergent sample. Along with the sample, we have a 500 ml beaker. This is required because it meets the standard dimensions recommended for viscosity testing. And a spatula. First, plug in the Viscometer. Turn on the power switch located at the back of the unit. Next, remove the spindle protection cover. Pour the sample into the 500 ml beaker. Now let's select the appropriate spindle. For this example, we estimate the sample viscosity to be approximately 4000 MPa. Based on the capacity chart, we will use rotor number 3. At a speed of 30 RPM, this combination is suitable for measuring a sample with an estimated viscosity of approximately 4000 MPa. If you need to measure samples with different viscosities, simply refer to the capacity chart and select the appropriate rotor and speed combination as discussed earlier. Attach the spindle carefully to the spindle holder. Next, raise the machine head so the sample can be positioned underneath. Place the sample beneath the spindle and slowly lower the spindle into the liquid. Lower the spindle until the liquid level reaches the immersion mark on the spindle. Before setting the test parameters, refer to the spindle and speed selection chart. The chart helps determine the appropriate spindle number and rotational speed based on the expected viscosity range of the sample. For the NDJ-8S model, we will refer to the NDJ-8S capacity chart. If you are using the NDJ-5S model, you may refer to the NDJ-5S capacity chart for the corresponding spindle and speed combinations. Now let's set the rotor number. Since we are using spindle number 3, set the rotor value to 3. Use the navigation buttons to make the adjustment. Next, set the speed to 30 RPM according to the capacity chart. Once the settings are correct, press the OK button. The Viscometer will begin measuring the sample. On the display, you will see the viscosity reading. Below it is the percentage scale. After the measurement stabilizes, check the reading indicator. As you can see, the reading indicator is now at full scale. This indicates that the measurement has stabilized and the result is ready to be read. The viscosity reading is 2552 MPa. This is the actual measured viscosity of the sample. The percentage scale helps determine the reliability and accuracy of the measurement. Results between 10% and 90% are within the acceptable measuring range. For best accuracy, the percentage value should be as close as possible to 50%. Values below 10% or above 90% are outside the recommended measuring range and may result in inaccurate readings. If this occurs, select a different spindle or adjust the speed to bring the percentage value within the recommended range. As shown on the display, the percentage scale is 63.8%, which is still within the acceptable measuring range. At the bottom of the display, you can see that the unit is continuously measuring the sample. Once the measurement is complete, press the reset button. The display will indicate that the measurement has stopped. Press the reset button once again to return to the main screen. You may now turn off the unit using the power switch located at the back. For maintenance, after testing, raise the machine head and remove the sample container. Carefully remove the spindle from the spindle holder. Wash the spindle thoroughly using clean water or an appropriate cleaning solution. Avoid allowing liquids to enter the spindle holder or machine head assembly. Keep the spindle holder clean and dry at all times. Remove the sample container and protective spindle bracket. After cleaning, allow all components to dry completely before storage. And that's it for the demo. For our contact details, please check the description box below. LABOTECH Trading. Quality you can trust.